Three very unusual things are happening in the heavens right now, Michael Snyder reports. Within the past few days, so much has happened in the heavens. There has been an enormous geomagnetic storm that has caused a major disturbance in Earth's magnetic field. A comet that only comes around every 71 years is racing through the inner solar system, and a lunar eclipse just painted the sky red over much of the planet. Of course, we're just a couple of weeks away from the great American eclipse of 2024, and I will have much more to say about that eclipse as it draws closer. But in this article, I want to focus on three very unusual things that are happening in the heavens right now. One, a massive geomagnetic storm hit the Earth on Sunday. The good news is that this storm was not strong enough to damage our power grids, but it did create a major disturbance in Earth's magnetic field, and CBS News is reporting that we should keep a close eye on the sun because more X-class flares are possible through Wednesday. The planet was just slammed with what government officials dubbed a severe geomagnetic storm, the second highest level of NOAA's rating system. The event brought a major disturbance in Earth's magnetic field that may have impacted infrastructure and made the northern lights visible farther than usual, officials said. NOAA's Space Weather Prediction Center issued a geomagnetic storm watch on Saturday, saying that a coronal mass ejection was detected and expected to hit the planet late that same day, with impacts into Monday. Coronal mass ejections, or CMEs, are when a large cloud of plasma and magnetic field bursts from the sun's corona. This particular CME exploded alongside a solar flare on Friday, an event that occurs when electromagnetic radiation suddenly erupts from the sun. NOAA says these flares can last hours, and an eruption travels at the speed of light, meaning it can impact Earth as soon as it's observed. An X-class flare, like what was observed with the CME, is the strongest type of flare, although this particular one was not the strongest on record. NOAA forecasters did say, however, that more X-class flares are possible through Wednesday. Number two, the Devil Comet continues to race through the solar system and could soon be visible to the naked eye. It only comes around once every 71 years. Now the Devil Comet, quote unquote, is here, and we're being told that it's likely that we will be able to see it with the naked eye by the end of this week. The Devil Comet, a rare galactic phenomenon the size of Mount Everest that can only be seen by humans about every 70 years, may soon be visible with the naked eye as it barrels towards Earth. The especially bright extraterrestrial treat, formerly known as Comet 12P Pons-Brooks, is making its way through the inner solar system and can currently be seen with a telescope or binoculars. By the end of March, the comet may be able to be seen with the naked eye at dusk in the northern hemisphere against the zodiacal constellation Aries in the western horizon, according to Space.com. Number three, a lunar eclipse painted the sky red over much of the planet on Monday. In recent years, there has been a tremendous amount of speculation about what blood moons might mean. Very early on Monday morning, we got to witness one of those blood moons. On Monday, March 25th at 3 a.m. ET, adjust for your time zone, a lunar eclipse in Libra will paint the sky red, kind of, as the moon reflects the Earth's shadow during a lunar eclipse rather than the sun's glow. As per a typical full moon, the moon goes through a visual transformation, shifting from its signature silvery glow into a dark tawny red. And thanks to these beguiling optics, lunar eclipses have their own spooky nickname, blood moons. Interestingly, this blood moon just happened to fall on the second day of Purim, and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is linking the festival of Purim with the current war that Israel is facing. But let's remember that March 25th is also the Annunciation to the Virgin Mary by Archangel Gabriel that she will give birth to the Son of God. Yes, March 25th. Now today, he said, we're marking the holiday of Purim. More than 2,000 years ago in ancient Persia, an anti-Semitic enemy arose, the wicked Haman, who sought to wipe out the Jewish people off the face of the earth, the Jews stood up, united together, fought, and won a total victory. Today, in modern Persia, there is a new enemy, the Iranian regime, which seeks to destroy the state of the Jews, and we have already seen what Hamas, one of the enemy's proxies, did on October 7, which President Biden also called sheer evil. It is impossible to defeat the sheer evil by leaving it intact in Rafah. As in ancient times, like our brothers, we're also united. We're fighting and will be victorious. We will enter Rafah and achieve total victory. We eliminated Haman, and we will also eliminate Shinwar, he said. Happy holiday to you, he said. Now, when the IDF goes into Rafah, it's likely that the entire Middle East will erupt as a result, that there will be a great bloodbath. Now, meanwhile, the conflict in Ukraine seems to be entering a very dangerous new phase. The Russians have been pounding Kiev with hypersonic missiles for the first time. It appears that Ukrainian leadership is being specifically targeted. For the third time in the last few days, Ukraine's capital Kiev has been targeted by Russian hypersonic missiles. Now, many believe that this is just a coincidence, that the blood moon has appeared while all of this is going on, and many believe that it's just a coincidence that the Devil Comet is making a dramatic run through our solar system at the same time. By the way, the Devil Comet will still be racing through our skies when the great American eclipse of 2024 arrives on April 8th. And many believe that this is just a coincidence, that solar activity has risen to very alarming levels. But could it be possible that there is some sort of link between all of the chaos in the heavens and all of the chaos that is breaking loose all over our planet right now? On April 8, we will witness one of the most spectacular astronomical events in human history. There are literally dozens of coincidences associated with that event, and millions upon millions of Americans will be watching the eclipse that occurs on that day. I know that a lot of people do not care about this, the signs in the sun and in the moon and the stars. But if God is trying to get our attention, those of you that are skeptics might want to start listening. This is by Michael Snyder on End of the American Dream. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Michael's new book entitled Chaos, available in paperback and for Kindle on Amazon. And you can check out his new Substack newsletter right here. About the author, Michael Snyder, extremely controversial new book, Chaos, available in paperback and Kindle on Amazon. He's also written 7 other books available on Amazon, including End Times, 7-Year Apocalypse, Lost Prophecies of the Future America, The Beginning of the End, and Living a Life That Really Matters, Commissions Earned. When you purchase any of Michael's books, you help to support the work that he's doing. You can also get his articles by email as soon as he publishes them by subscribing to his Substack newsletter. Michael has published thousands of articles on the Economic Collapse blog, End of the American Dream, The Most Important News, and he always freely and happily allows others to republish those articles on their own websites. You can connect with Michael on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and share his articles on your own social media accounts. It's definitely a great help. These are such troubled times and people need hope. John 3:16 tells us about the hope that God has given us through Jesus Christ. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. If you have not already done so, we strongly urge you to invite Jesus Christ to be your Lord and Savior today. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.